Welcome to part 2 of solving linear equations. If you haven't watched part 1, I would recommend you watch part 1 before you continue watching part 2. Okay, so in this video we'll be looking at solving linear equations, and these are what we call two-step linear equations. So our aim is to solve for x, which is our unknown in this case. So it therefore means that there are two things I need to get rid of. I need to get rid of this 5, and I also need to get rid of this 2. So I start by getting rid of the one that's furthest away from the x. So I start with the 5. I have plus 5, so I will have to do the opposite in order to get rid of it. So it therefore means I'll write 2x plus 5 minus 5 equals to 21 minus 5. Now I have 2x. 5 minus 5, that gives me 0. I do not need to write it. So that's equal 21 minus 5, that's 16. So now I have 2x is equal to 16. I'm solving for x, so I still need to get rid of this 2. How do I do that? The 2 is being multiplied by the x, so I do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. So I divide both sides of the equation by 2 in order to keep it balanced. So 2 divided by 2, that gives me 1, which left me with just 1x. I can simply write x. And 16 divided by 2, my answer is 8. We could also check to ensure that our answer is correct. So we could say check. We're saying that our x is equal to 8. So if I replace the x in the equation, so 2, instead of writing x, I'm going to write 8 plus 5. And we're just checking to ensure that we really get 21. So 2 times 8 is 16. 16 plus 5 equals 21. So you can also check your work. Let's look at our second example. You could pause the video and have a go. Okay, so let's work this. 3x plus 5 equal to negative 16. I'm trying to solve for x, which is my unknown. So I need to get rid of two things. I need to get rid of this 5 as well as this 3 so that I'm able to have just the x on my left hand side in this case. How do I get rid of a plus 5? I need to do the opposite. So I'm doing 3x plus 5 minus 5 equal negative 16 minus 5. Whatever I do to one side of the equation, I must also do it to the other side in order to keep it balanced. So now I have 3x, 5 minus 5, that gives 0. I do not need to write it. Now I have negative 16 minus 5, that gives me negative 21. Solving for my unknown, which is x, I still have a 3 there, so I need to get rid of it. The 3 is being multiplied by the x, so I must do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. So I divide both sides by 3, divide by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, so I'm just left with 1x, which I can simply write as x. And now I have negative 21 divided by 3, that gives me negative 7. And I could also check my work. Okay, we agree that our x is negative 7, so I'm going to replace negative 7 with x in my original question, plus 5. So 3 open bracket, negative 7 close brackets, replacing my x for negative 7 because that's what I got there, plus 5. Let's see if we get negative 16. 3 times negative 7, that's negative 21, plus 5. This should give me negative 16, so I know my answer is correct. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.